opening match of the actual card was The Miz defeating Jason Jordan in a singles match for the WWE Intercontinental Championship, which was a big title back in the 80s, but it seems to have lost its luster a bit in the 2010s. But what did you guys think of that match? Aaron, I can't hear you, buddy. I'm sorry.
Can you hear me now?
There you are.
Yep.
Go start again. Just start from the top.
I think as far as the match goes, I think Jason Jordan's a hell of an athlete and a really good wrestler. I think he's getting booed a lot because his character. I mean, his character is basically the male version of Bailey in a way, just really milk toast. And like I said, people don't want to boo a pushover babyface who's just, oh well, it's okay, guys. I guess I'll just try again next time. No. And I think there is money in him as a heel down the line. I just hope they don't do anything too fast with him. You know what I mean? Not too much too soon. But as far as in the ring, he's good. I mean, he is one of the most athletic guys we've seen in a while. And I like his style because it's old school like wrestling style. It's like he's a long lost Steiner brother, you know?
Yeah.
What about you, Mike?
Well, he's certainly not his dad.
No, not quite.
Well, they're both bald.
No, they
anyway.
had the sense enough to turn his dad heel.
Yeah. No, it's Jason Jordan. I mean, he's bland. He's generic. And yeah, he's got great moves, but I mean, you got to put it together, the whole package.
Yep,
you're
right.
Yeah, if you're gonna play in the big league, I think that the only reason he got over in NXT was because of his partner Chad Gable, as a tag team, and by himself, I think he just flounders. So it's an interesting experiment to see how far they're going to push him. I don't want to see him go, like you said, get too much too fast. I totally get that, and I could see him working up the ranks or whatever, like a less charismatic Shelton Benjamin maybe. But for right now, he's good at as a curtain jerker.
Yeah, I think so too. Eventually, if they let him carry an attitude, maybe do something the way they, I guess, I don't know if they maybe turn him like the way they do Rock or something, where he just says, hey, screw all of you, fuck all of y'all out there for booing me. I'm good,
Yeah.
Maybe that'll work. But I don't know if, it's kind of like he's stuck right now where he has to be this guy right now.
Yeah.
Hopefully down the line where they'll do something different. But this character, as it is now, is dead in the water.
Yeah, the funny thing about it is that it's they threw him in there. It's I mean, and whenever I say they, I'm talking about the creative team. They made the decision. They didn't just start pushing him on SmackDown. They put him on Raw. They broke up a good tag team. They put him on Raw. They made him Kurt Angle's son, and then they put the spotlight on him. He's going to have to produce. It's a tough situation to be in.
And the angle they introduced him in was not good. I mean, there was like plot holes all over this. I was like, so wait a minute, Kurt Angle's been here for how long, and he just now found out that Jason Jordan may be his son?
Well, he had a lot of blackout moments, I totally buy that.
There you go.
Now, one thing I do want to say about the match, the thing about the Intercontinental title, I like what he's doing. Miz is doing. He's a guy that everybody hates, whether you want to admit it or not. He's pretty good in the ring, and he's really putting some prestige on there because I'm like, well, I didn't necessarily go into it thinking, oh, well, Jason Jordan might be the guy to take it. I'm like, man, I hope they don't put it on Jason Jordan. You know what I mean?
That's actually the same reaction I had. Was going in, I was like, I really hope the Miz wins this match. Not because I, as the mark that I am programmed to dislike him as a character, but I can appreciate the art when I see it. And I would much rather see him as a stronger heel who people actually have a reaction to keeping the belt, as opposed to putting it on a guy who you both pointed out, when it comes to sinking and swimming, he's sinking more than swimming right now.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody can touch Miz on the stick either right now. I mean, he's doing something. There's a lot of guys lacking on the microphone right now, but he's not one of them. And I think the position that he's in, I don't want to see, like I said, I don't want to see Miz in the main event scene, but where he's at right now is the perfect spot for him.
Yeah. Yeah. I totally get along with that opinion.
Speaking of the perfect spot for this next match was right about where it was, and admitting my biases up front, Mike, I have not been in love with, nor have I been excited by, the Bray Wyatt-Finn Balor feud, and they had a match that Finn Balor happened to win, probably to the surprise of no one. As we're fond of saying on this show, Bray Wyatt is the reverse Undertaker. He will have an 0-24 streak before it's over with, but he doesn't win. He doesn't do well on pay-per-views. But anyway, and he didn't do well on this when he lost to Finn Balor. But I'm curious to hear if you guys were interested in this match, even in a little bit, because obviously I was not, but I know that I am biased.
You know, I was expecting Wyatt to win this match.
Yeah.
So he loses at SummerSlam, and then he attacks him in No Mercy and works over the ribs. And Finn still has a competitive match with him and fucking wins.
Yeah.
And for some reason tomorrow, the next day, this feud is still going to continue. Why? I don't know. I guess because they really hate Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, he totally fucked JoJo, and that's the thing with them now. You know, apparently, I think, like, it all started back at WrestleMania with, what was that, his first title defense?
Yeah,
was against Randy Orton?
Against Randy Orton, yeah.
Yeah, and I think he's actually lost every pay-per-view match since then, and I don't understand the booking behind it. You know, why even have a rematch if the outcome is going to be the same?
No, I agree. And how intimidating can you be if you keep taking pins?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's almost like it's hard for me to buy into him now.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna really, really stick it to him, huh? You're a god, okay? Oh, I got you. Oh, look at there, you lost again.
He's the least effective god in the history of gods.
Yeah, he should be dressing up like the Blue Meanie by now.
That's a good one right there.
Bray Wyatt, I always compare him to, like, if I'm watching a horror movie and every time Jason goes to kill someone, he slips on a banana peel. I mean, you're going to pretty much not really be worried about him killing you after a while. Like, well, this guy's just a dolt. I'll find another monster to be afraid of.
Oh, man.
That's a good one.
That is a good one right there.
Well, let's cleanse ourselves and take another match in that we all agree was quite good. And the Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins defeating Cesaro and Sheamus, and we'll keep it at Cesaro and Sheamus for the sake of knowing who they are. But yeah. Ambrose and Rollins retained the tag team championship of the Raw brand anyway, and we kind of teased it earlier, but we all liked this match. Mike, what was your overall impression on this big-time tag match?
Well, I mean, first of all, what the hell is Cesaro made out of? To have his teeth knock 4 millimeters into his gums, and he still finished the match. I mean, at first, you know, we thought that maybe they were broken, maybe they got knocked out. I was thinking that maybe, like, I thought I saw some nubs there, and there was a lot of bleeding, so I was thinking that maybe they got knocked back. I was hoping they hadn't, because that sounds really fucking painful. But that's what worked out. Now, if that was me, I'd have tapped out right then, on the spot, and the ref would have been doing the X. He'd have been bringing people from the back, and I would have got stretchered out.
I got hit in the teeth so hard my legs stopped working.
That is big Foley type shit, though.
It is. It really is. And, now, as far as the match goes, I enjoyed the match. It was the best match on the card to me. But, like, what are they doing with the super team? I mean, they have Rollins and Ambrose. Is it really just that they don't have anything else for them to do?
I really don't know. I think I do like them as a tag team more than their singles. Their latest singles runs.
Oh yeah, unquestionably.
They definitely do make the tag team titles more important to me.
Yeah, and if I could see it that way, if you're talking about making the tag team titles more important, but there's some shit that they did, that Ambrose and Cesaro did, that they shouldn't have kicked out of, or they should have at least had the partner come and save. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with that. Sometimes it's kind of hard to start buying into near falls.
Yeah.
You know, when stuff like that happens. Well, it's not the finish. He didn't use his finishing move. And even then, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I think ultimately I'm happy that they kept the titles. I think it was the right move for right now.
Yeah, I think so too. Keep them both busy.
You know, I find it funny, gentlemen, that, and we talk, of course, on other weeks about SmackDown, not so much this week because there's not really anything going on, or not much going on. But I find it strange that when you watch these pay-per-views month in and month out, that virtually every one of the last several, the show stealer has been one of those two tag team title matches. You get the New Day and Usos on one brand putting on great matches, in my opinion. Then you have these four guys putting on great matches in Ambrose and Rollins versus Cesaro and Sheamus. It's speaks well of the tag team division, but also, as you mentioned, Mike, it's like, is that all we have? Just that's it. We've got this match and we're going to do it over and over again.
Yeah, but I mean, like during NXT, they showed the trailer for Hell in a Cell. The Usos and the New Day are going to be in a cell.
Oh, okay.
In the cell. Yeah, and I'm totally down for that. That's a good selling point for me. But yeah, it shouldn't be the only thing on the roster though.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
As we mentioned last week, Aaron and I talked about last week, the women's matches, we've gone back. We have much better athletes. We've gone back to old school booking where just one put every woman in the ring match, and that was fifth on the card, fourth on the main card, fifth overall. But Alexa Bliss retained her title over Bayley, Emma, Nia Jax, Sasha Banks, and the dignity of the women's division.
I mean, it was kind of predictable.
Yeah.
But you're right, though. It is kind of like they're running out of ideas for them to do. So they're going back to these ideas they had in the latter part of the 2000s, where they just went, "Fuck it, just put them all in there," you know.
Mm-hmm.
Go have fun.
Yeah. If I were the kind of idiot that would bet money on wrestling, I totally would have bet on Alexa Bliss retaining. And surprise, surprise, that's what happened. I'll look forward to Asuka's coming up pretty soon.
Yes, and Paige may be returning soon. And they desperately need some new faces in the women's division right now. And they seem to have a decent crop of talent too, judging by the Mae Young Classic. Mm-hmm. They're going to have a decent crop of women come up.
Yeah.
Now, how many keep, I don't know.
Yeah.
But they got to have new faces in there, and we got to have some new matchups.
Yeah, totally agree. But while we're on the subject, though, let's give it up for the MVP of the match, Nia Jax, for taking the powerbomb on her neck.
God, that was brutal, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that hurt me.
Another one, man, is like, at some point, if she's going to be a monster, can the monster like get a win?
Oh, that's like Bray Wyatt, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like most girls. Yeah. Some girls win. Jeez, that was a nasty power bomb, though. You're right.